All right, we're on week 5 already. I wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your sketches this week. I know that using a 3D program for sketching is a little bit difficult if you've never done it before. That's why I wanted to give you a heads up on it. Really enjoyed seeing your creativity and the things that you came up with. So thanks for doing those. And I think some of you had some fun doing it because I saw some really interesting and creative things. I'm doing a Prezi this week, and I know that there's another way to present this, but I also have some tabs I want to go to as I'm doing this today, so I know it looks a little different than you normally would do a Prezi. You're getting into into the meat of the class now, and I wanted to talk to you about some new initiatives that are coming down, maybe not part of our reading and part of the things that we're doing in class, but so that you have knowledge of them. And one of them is the Go Open movement by the Office of Educational Technology and the Office of Education. And it's a movement where teachers create their own curriculum based on what they find more digital, more interactive for kids, rather than the same old textbooks that we've been doing. So what they're asking people to do is, instead of buying regular textbooks, you would create your own materials through openly licensed materials. And use them, when you think about the SAMR model, to modify and redefine education instead of just worksheets and opening a book and reading it. Thinking of multi-layered ways for kids to get to content. You can start this, and it's really more a district thing than it is a teacher thing, but you could bring it to your district and talk about it. You have to have a strategy for developing digital materials and then archiving them someplace so that everybody can get to them. You have to commit that you're going to replace at least one textbook, or, as we are adopting new science standards and history, social studies standards, those are great places to go open because there's so many primary documents to go with it, or online interactive things that we can replace a textbook with. And then you document your practice so that other people can copy what you're doing as a Go Open district. You can also get help from the Department of Ed. They'll send somebody out to help you with this. So why? Why do this? Because it's a lot of extra work for teachers. If you've ever looked at how much money it takes for a textbook adoption, it's millions of dollars for each district, millions of dollars. And that money could be used to have teachers work on the weekend or after school, only the ones that want to, on becoming curriculum leaders and curriculum developers. It builds our teachers' skills, helps them become deeper into the content, helps them understand digital material and curriculum better, and it helps us move from static text. We've all had text where it's completely outdated, but we can't afford to replace it, to interactive materials that can be changed all the time. I think probably the best thing is that it helps our teachers become really in-depth in the curriculum. It's not for every teacher. Not every teacher would be on this committee or working on this, but the teachers that are interested, we have some very talented educators out there. Why don't we let them kind of lead the way a little bit and come up with some of this stuff and then share it? We can share it between districts and not have to always, reinvent the wheel every year. So it's openly licensed educational resources are called OERs. I know you probably never heard of that before, but they can be things that you find on Teachers Pay Teachers or Pinterest. They can be public resources or archives. Interactive infographics, which are fabulous if you haven't seen them. Maps, images, satellite images. So I'm going to show you a couple of those things. Here's some interactive infographics I found. Now, if I was a teacher, one of the things I would also talk about is the how valid the source was of the infographic. I'm going to go to one of them and show it to you. So here is from Huntington Post, and if you notice, this was last dated in 2013, and it shows the deaths since Sandy Hook. And Sandy Hook was where that gunman came in and shot those kindergartners. So not cool at all, but let's just look at the infographic. So if I start it, shows me how many deaths and where they happened. I can go someplace and look at when it was and get more information on it. I can click on the map and it will take me different places and what happened. Okay, but really not a great topic of what we're talking about, but at least it has something that just will start a conversation with kids and have them start thinking about gun violence if that's a topic that you're doing. And then if you click on next, it will tell you where it is and then the names of the people. So you know, a powerful thing for kids. Here's an interactive guide on nutrition in the human body. So I'm going to just launch this infographic, start exploring. And what I thought was interesting was you could look at how vitamins affect the body. So here's vitamin A. And if I click here, it will give me a little bit of information on how that vitamin affects the nervous system or how it affects the digestive system and cellular function. So, and then you can go to next step. It shows you a little graphic there. You can go to any vitamin you want. So let's say you wanted to go to B12. Come in here and show you how it affects things. Okay. And where you can find it. What types of food have this? So a little bit more interesting than just reading it from a book. I'll close both these. You talk about going open. There's also a lot of resources on Google Earth. If you have not explored this, it's one of the best things I think Google has come out with. But I did want to show you the time lapse from the satellite view. So here I am. I'm in Miami, Florida. The year is 1984, and I'm just going to click on the Go button here. And you can see from the satellite images of how the city changes. Kind of interesting. I can go any place in the world and put it in. It just starts over again. I can make it fast or slow. I can slow it down if I want to. I can stop it someplace, okay? But I'm going to go to Dubai. Let's go there and see what that looks like. So it pulls us out, takes us to Dubai, because I think you've seen pictures of all the islands they built. So if we're here, let's start at the beginning and have it go. Here's the desert. So they're building. And look at those islands up here that come up and how they've really redeveloped the land in that. So super interesting, great place for kids to talk about. You can go any place in the world that has satellite images starting in 1984. I had somebody ask me, well, how come it doesn't go back to like the 1920s? I'm like, because they're satellite images. It's when we really started collecting those. So that's why it only goes back that far. We also have lots of primary documents, and if you've not looked at the National Archives or Jukebox, it has all the music. You can get music clips from all different times of, in history. But I'm just going to show you the National Archives. So I'm in, oh, well, that's not good. Something went wrong. I'm just going to go in here. So maybe it will let me get in here. Yeah, it did. Okay, you can register. It's a free account, and it has primary documents on lots of different things in the world already. So let's say I wanted to go to the Revolutionary War. I click there, and I can find petition for the cotton gin, Benjamin Franklin's archives, celebrating the bicentennial, all different kinds of things that are here already, and I can start the activity. I can view the document. It tells me where I am in Bloom's taxonomy. How nice is that for teachers? And then you can go on to a next activity. So a lot of things already developed for teachers. They're here and they're free. All right, so this week you're going to do a multimedia presentation, and you're going to post that by Thursday. That has to be done by Thursday. And then during the rest of the week, you're going to give feedback to your classmates and hopefully positive, great comments from you. And keep reading that book. I know it's very easy to get behind on the reading for this class, so keep reading your book. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great week.